It's dark outside, but it's light in here. Chanukah is here.
Shalom Aleichem, Lichtige Chanukah, Freilichen Chanukah. The Rambam tells us in Hilchos Chanukah, Kishegaru Yisrael al Aivehem v'ibdum. When the Jewish people were victorious, when they took over, when they defeated the Yevonim, B'chafei b'chodesh Kislev haya. It was the 25th of Kislev. V'nichnesu lehechal. They went into the Hechal. V'lo matzu shemen Torah b'mikdash el pach echad. There was only one pach shemen left, and we know the story. They lit the candles. It lasted for 8 nights, and we have Chanukah, and we celebrate it bizman hazeh in all its glory. Chanukah licht, maybe some nagunim by the light, donuts, latkes, maybe some presents, maybe some gelt. I hope my parents are watching. But Rav Soloveitchik points out that if you read this Rambam carefully, there's something actually very interesting and surprising. Because what happened? On what day did the Jewish people retake and reclaim the Beis HaMikdash? It was Dafka on the 25th, and it was only after we regained control over the Beis HaMikdash were we able to set up the candles in the Beis HaMikdash and light and bench the licht. And we commemorate this, of course, by celebrating Chanukah. And we start on, as the Rambam says, the Chafei, on Chafei B'Kislev. However, the Rav points out that this is problematic. When do we light Chanukah licht? We light at night. Vahi Erev, Vahi Voker. We always know that we follow the night. The night is what starts the day by us. And therefore, if we went in B'Chafei, presumably B'Chafei Yom Chafei, on the 25th during the day, so the first time we were able to light was that night, which would be Chaf Vav. So why is it that we mark Chanukah, we start Chanukah on Chafei B'Kislev? So the Rav points to the Rambam, and the Rambam tells us that there are actually 2 different hadlakos. The menorah was lit twice. The first, or we'll say like this, the more well-known one, the one that we're familiar with, is the one that we pattern after. We do a hadlaka. That's the one we're familiar with. That's at night. However, there was an additional lighting, additional hadlaka that took place, and it's not referred to as a hadlaka, but rather hatavas haneros. It's there where they prepared the ner. They prepared the menorah. They set it up. They would actually light the wicks on fire and blow them out, so they were more easily lit later on at night. And while both of these hadlakos are important, the Rav says that actually the first, meaning the one that happens first, the hatavas haneros, are more important. The preparatory stage is the more significant one. In fact, that's the one that has to be done by a Kohen. The hadlaka is actually kosher bazar. A non-Kohen can perform that hadlaka, but it's the hatava that's required by the Kohanim. This really speaks to the notion of how critical hachana is, how critical preparation is. You know, we usually view it as something undesirable, dirty. If you're dealing with the candles, the neros, oily, and it's disgusting maybe sometimes. You have to roll your sleeves up. But that's the more important hadlaka that took place in the Beis HaMikdash, and that's the one Chazal understood to be more important. In general, it's the preparation, it's the work we put in that's viewed as more important. Rav Soloveitchik Zatzal pointed out that this is true in general. Halacha gives preferential treatment to the right hand, and we afford great honor to the right hand when we make brachos, perform different mitzvahs. We like to use our right hand, but why? Why the right hand? So the Gemara says something wild. The Gemara says, why is it that we give kavod to the right hand? So most people are righties, and the Gemara says because the right hand is the hand which we use to lay tefillin. Everybody and their Rabbi asks when they hear this Gemara, it doesn't seem to make sense. Wouldn't you assume it's the arm that actually has tefillin on it that is more important? So Rav Aaron explained, no, that's goof of the pshat here. That Chazal are teaching us that it's not just about the ends, but it's how we get there. It's all the work that we put in. Chazal understand all the effort we put in. Chazal understand the amelos and the hishtalos and everything we do to get to that point. And this is teaching us this profound lesson. It's about the process, it's about the journey, it's about the effort we put in. And we see that from Chazal starting Chanukah on Chaf Hei B'Kislev, the day that the Jewish people got back into the Beis HaMikdash, the day in which we were able to perform the Hatavos Haneros. Alichtiga Freilichen Chanukah.
Chanukah is here, I need a